In a College Express article titled General Education Requirements, What's the Point? By Catherine Seraphin, there's a picture with a quote that says, "Skills learned in one class can apply to an entirely different subject and situation that can be encountered during your career." So there's an issue with students coming out of college, and they need something that gives them an upper edge in the job market. And 62.1% of students coming out of college get a job that needs a college degree, and 27.3% get a job that is related to their major. So what these students might do to give them that upper edge is either join some clubs, do some activities after school, but some go for a minor or a double major. A minor is meant to complement your major, for example, a economics minor with an accounting major, or you can minor in something that you're interested in, say music, a music minor with a finance major. But I'll give you an example. One person coming out of college is going for a job. He's an accounting major. He joined some clubs at school, but he doesn't minor in anything. Another person going for the same job has a major in accounting, but he or she also has a minor in music. A person that's employer looking for somebody for that job might lean towards the person with the minor in music because it makes them a little bit more of an intriguing individual, that they have that interest and they worked hard to get that degree in music. It makes them a little bit more interesting, especially when you want somebody that's a good worker for your job. But how would students have a chance for a minor or a double major if they aren't taking classes that are unrelated to the subject they're majoring in? I'm Anthony Zarra, and today we'll be discussing whether or not students should be taking classes that are unrelated to their major. It's relevant because we're all students who are going to, we're coming close to that point where we need to choose our major or something that we're interested in, but yet some of us may not know what we want to do yet. So these classes give us an opportunity to explore these other chances and subjects to actually major in. I do believe that we should take these unrelated classes because, one, it makes you a more well-rounded, knowledgeable person, and two, you might find this new interest in one of these subjects. So my first point, which is talking about the new interest in one of these subjects that you're taking, is that on the University of Laverne website, there's a web page for their majors, and the way the web page is set up is they would have one section where they would list a myth about your major, and they would disprove it by having a statistic. So one of them was, once you choose a major, you have to stick with it through college. They disproved it by saying that 50 to 70% of students change their major, and some even change it 3 times before graduating. And you can explore these new subjects that you may not be used to when you're focusing in on one of your majors. And if somebody has their eyes set on a major, and once they begin taking classes, they might not like it or think it is what it thought it would be. So they give us a chance to lean back and see what other opportunities we have. The second point is that it makes you a more well-rounded, knowledgeable person, as well as learning different skills in these classes. You become this well-rounded individual because you get this general education with this Common Core. So you take all these different subjects that are required to get your degree. And it expands your knowledge, and you can learn different information that isn't under your umbrella for your major. Bruce Umbaugh, a Webster University philosophy teacher, said that students work so hard at their major that they overlook the importance of learning these skills such as problem solving, communicating efficiently, and analyzing information. So these students kind of miss out on this opportunity to gain these new skills. You can also develop some skills from, say, an English or a speech class where you can develop ideas and put them together and present them in front of people. But you can even learn something from a foreign language. You can learn some roots of some words that you would have never guessed had the root in a different language. And it just helps your vocabulary. So those are my 2 points on why I believe we should take these classes. But some might disagree and say that it's a waste of time and money. In an article titled "General Education is a Waste of Time and Money" by Alyssa Prakes, she discusses why she believes what she believes. So she says that at one point or another you have already learned this information that you're learning in these classes. So she thinks it's unimportant to learn this over again, and you'll lose your interest. She also says that this money used can be used for a payment later on, say a college debt or a car payment that you have now. So rather than use this money for something you may not be as interested in, you can use it later on. And she also says that the class loses the seriousness. So the students don't take it as seriously as, say, the professor hoped they would. And it gives college that students believe that college isn't as serious as it should be. In conclusion, I think it's beneficial to take these unrequired courses, and it kind of gives you a different outlook on different societies. And even though it does cost money and it takes time, it can only benefit the student. And it makes you more familiar with different aspects of life, and it can only help you in the end with that minor, it could give you an edge when it comes to the job market. So, my 2 points that I've discussed is that these classes make you a more well-rounded individual, as well as may give you new interest in something you would have never guessed you would have enjoyed. Thank you for listening. My name is Anthony Zarra.